Why are first world nations facing population collapse? Many countries, from Japan to the United Kingdom, are reporting falls in birth rates. But is there an explanation for this? Some cite Calhoun's mouse utopia, which resulted in population collapse due to severe psychological and social decay brought on by overcrowding. Others suggest that environmental estrogens such as phthalates, dioxins and PCBs are to blame, while social economists point to extreme asymmetrical wealth distributions, where the young are denied affordable housing and disposable income during their peak fertility. Whatever the reason, the empires of the 20th century are facing a demographic cliff. The total fertility rate, or TFR, estimates the average number of children per woman. The replacement level fertility rate is the average number of children per woman a society needs to maintain its population without immigration. In developed nations with low child mortality rates, this benchmark is 2.1. However, fertility rates are more involved than simply counting the number of children per woman. While the TFR measures the average number of children per woman, it does not take into account the time taken for a given generation to replicate itself, and thus replenish the working age population. Therefore, we need to add an intergenerational length, or L. Population growth can be modeled as you would address compound interest. The rate of growth is dictated not only by how many children each woman has, but also by her age during childbirth. Statisticians use the equation in which R, the population growth rate, is given by the natural logarithm of RO over L, where RO represents the average number of daughters who themselves survive to reproductive age multiplied by their TFR, and L is the intergenerational length. So let us consider two theoretical cities, Alfea and Bitoria, each with a recorded population of 1 million in the year 2000, where the TFR is 2.1 for Alfea, but falls to 1.4 for Bitoria, while the intergenerational length of Alfea is 23, and that of Bitoria rises to 38, if the life expectancy of each city is 75. The retirement age is 65, and the next generation of each city enters the workforce at 20. What would the workforce to retirement ratio be in 100 years if it starts at a ratio of 5 in both cities? In this calculation, independently verified by two AIs, while the population of Alfea falls only slightly below 5, Bitoria's combination of declining fertility and a longer intergenerational period causes the worker-to-retiree ratio to fall toward 3:1. Although this alleviates the strain on housing supply, it greatly increases pressure on pension provisions as the labor force contracts. This modeling is aimed at explaining the evident decline of cities like Tokyo after a century of declining birth rates and a rising generation gap. This calculation explains both the need for immigration in many cities and countries, given the decline in reproduction rates. However, the writing is on the wall, as the theoretical calculations for Bitoria do not address demographic changes in longevity, ongoing declines in male and female fertility, or their growing disinclination to have children.